Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome to Chapter 1 of our Transformers Devastation playthrough. This game we will be playing as the game set characters, so we should hopefully see each character as we go through. I don't know if we get to play as all of them, but we'll just see how we go, eh? So without further ado, here is Transformers Devastation.
Insecticons!
Plasma energy also detected.
It seems our theory may have been correct, Soundwave.
But plasma energy is unstable. No Cybertronian has been able to tame it since the Golden Age.
Then stand back, Starscream, and watch me tame it as I have tamed you.
Oh, one of these days, Megatron.
Constructicons! Use the kinetic shields to build me a perimeter.
And where will you be, Lord Megatron?
We have been given a gift beneath the surface, and I intend to use it.
Megatron and his Decepticons are already here. By the Matrix.
On the plus side, I think we finally get to bust some Deceptichops.
The humans are evacuated and our mission is clear. Save the city and stop Megatron. Autobots, I am all right. We will rendezvous later.
And so begins our next journey as Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Now, because I have played this game previously, I have actually unlocked some of the weapons and I am a bit stronger than what you would be starting this out yourself. Plus I have a load more credits.
What in the world is all of this? Wheeljack? Come in. Is this Cybertronian technology?
I think so, Optimus. They're creating hurricane force winds like they're trying to sweep the city clear.
Whatever their purpose, there is more to the situation than meets the eye.
And just like with previous games, I will try to remain quiet during small cutscenes like that. Now you can already see the animation is different in this game compared to the last ones. And they certainly keep it in the flavour of Generation 1. And all throughout this there will be tips as to how to play the game. Anyway, with the animation, it's very similar to the Dreamwave comics. And you get basically four set weapons in the game. And they'll give you little tips. Now, you might, if you've grown up with G1, you will recognize some of these voices, because where possible, they got the original voice actors back. So, in the background there, Sideswipe, one of the Autobot brothers. I do believe that there is no Sunstreaker, and be on the lookout for those sort of things. They're basically like loot chests. You can pick up vehicles and you can toss them or set them back down.
Attack this Kion barrier repeatedly in a short time to destroy it.
See?
Then you may proceed.
Even Teletrain 1 sounds like the original Teletrain 1. Now, this is very much like a beat 'em up game. So it's quite different to the previous games that I played through. And I quite enjoy it. Like, I love the visual styles. Now, during the game, you will come across these things. Basically, they trigger off like secret loot chests. Each one has a different condition though, and that ticking noise is basically how long you've got to get to it before it times out. Now, I can't remember how all of them work, so there might be a couple that I miss, but if you look around, you should see them. So there's Bumblebee. And you just need to watch out for those energon barriers. And do not worry, he does actually have his trailer. It's just that it virtually just shows up when you use his special change to vehicle mode, saying during an attack. And as is probably evident already, the game has a sorry, just try to get through those before I forget. And in so doing, completely forget what I was actually talking about. Isn't this a great start? I mean, at least I'm keeping up with the tradition of forgetting what I'm talking about. Of course, there in front of us is Grimlock. So you need to use the focus attack in this, and that will help you to dodge, and then it gives you basically like a bullet time, short amount of time where you can really capitalize. So it's pretty handy. Oh, right. Now I remember what I was going to say before. The game is basically set up into like really tiny chapters. So because some of them, you know, like that mission 2 was done in 32 seconds, there'll be multiple versions of that while I play through it.
Devastator.
And so we end up with like a very nice sort of intro card. For each new character.
Devastator, you're needed elsewhere. The others can finish the Autobots.
Another time, Autobots.
Ready, ready, ready.
And this is the first changeover between characters. There are like save points hidden around the place, so you can go back to like the Ark.
Find cover and take out enemies with distance weapons.
And when you're in the Ark, you can change what character you're playing as. Now, keeping up with my tradition from previous games, I'm playing this on like the easiest difficulty, just because it makes it easier to focus on the game and talking at the same time. I don't have to worry about them yet. And generally the game will try to indicate where you need to go when you trigger these things. Sometimes you'll need to go a bit faster to get to them, so you might need to transform. But most of the time you can get there just by running. So I believe they do, well, it's pretty obvious they've got Peter Cullen doing the voice of Optimus, and I'm pretty sure it's Frank Welker doing the voice for Megatron and Soundwave again. Now unfortunately I don't actually remember the names of the voice actors for Wheeljack, Sideswipe, Blitzwing and all that, so I'm pretty sure virtually all of them got their original voice actors back where possible.
Whoa! We'll have to destroy that claw.
Yeah. Generally that little red circle thing that shows up just before it hits is what will alert you to where the claw is going to land. At any rate, the game's quite good at directing you as to where you need to go. Comes with a mini-map.
This wind current is too strong to pass through, even in vehicle mode. You will have to find another route for now.
I'm pretty sure it's the same, or at least a similar voice for Teletran 1 there. Oops. And that's why you have to try to avoid those little barriers.
Megatron, what is the meaning of this?
Optimus, come to save the day, I presume?
I am here to stop you from destroying the city.
Stop me? Oh, Prime, you have no idea what you're really up against, do you? Who is really behind this?
This is our home now, Megatron. We should respect it.
No matter, Prime. I have no interest in destroying Earth. But I'm not opposed to making a few, shall we say, improvements?
Bumblebee, you've got to break through Megatron's shield.
See, it's pretty good at directing you as to where you need to go. And as long as you get the combo thing going well, then it'll help.
What in Cybertron's name? Autobots, Megatron is headed for that steel tower. Move out.
Follow me.
See? And now we are sideswipe. So you might come across barriers like that. I believe this is how you get through.
If you use the wind current, you should be able to jump higher than usual.
So it really is good at directing you through. And it's kind of like playing in a playing inside a comic book. Now, as you would have seen there behind me as we drive towards it, you'll need to smash this with your maximum speed. And there is like, if you look on the top left there, it shows like your health and all of that. But underneath it is like a progress bar that will fill up. So there is like a special attack that you can unleash on your enemies. So we get a nice intro card for new characters and stuff. See? Each character has a unique ability that can be performed by pressing left bumper. Using it will deplete the ability gauge, but this gauge refills over time.
Give it your all. Sideswipe, now! Throw everything you've got at them.
And then when the ultimate gauge is full, press down both sticks to perform a devastating ultimate attack. Now I'm going to say with this one, make sure you actually are aimed towards whatever it is you want to hit, because if it's not aimed towards it, you will miss it. So that is Sideswipe's ultimate attack. If I remember right, Bumblebee's I think is like grenade throwing. So as you can see, there's another one up there that you'll need to get speed for. Pretty sure that one you need to hit it off one of the ramps. And you don't well, the game is single player, so you can't play this with your friends online or anything.
More enemy combatants. Megatron's serious.
But you will have to remember, for like shielded enemies, you do need to like hit them with speed. That's odd. I didn't actually hit those shielded ones. So yeah, there's little like speed up things along the way there, so they'll help you achieve a higher speed, but it's sort of one of those things that in this game, because you don't have like full control of your character while they're in vehicle mode, sometimes it's just better to do it on foot. If I remember right, things like that you can actually destroy them by hitting like that main cog. But in many ways that's just a waste of ammo. So if you can get through without using your ammo, you'll be better off. I should really check what he has. Burn missiles and thermal sword. Yeah. And you just need to use the double jump to get around between rooftops. The game will try to like auto lock on to what needs to be shot at, as long as you hit the aim button. And I like the use of the Seekers. Basically they use the Conehead mold. Oops. Out of ammo for that one. And yeah, there are like hidden laser beaks and Kremzeeks from the show as well. They'll unlock like artwork and other little nifty things. You'll find things like this. You'll need to go to your vehicle mode in order to have the speed to hit them. So, all in all, I would say it is quite a fun game, but it does get very repetitive. Because it's basically just, you know, the same stuff over and over again. but different locations. And there's all kinds of boss battles hidden amongst it.
Can you hear it, Optimus? It's calling out to those Insecticons, somehow directing them. My chariot awaits, Optimus, but I cannot have you following me this time.
Sideswipe.
Now, I don't remember Megatron ever doing that in the show, but it would have been, see, those are the things I was talking about. Plasma accelerators. They help you get speed up. Anyway, I don't remember Megatron ever actually doing this. In the show. But it would have been quite amusing to see. And of course there's Megatron is a tank in this, not a gun. Really there hasn't been a gun mode Megatron since his origins.
Never stood a chance.
Which is kind of sad, but in another way fully understandable. Oh, we weren't close enough that time. And that's what happens if you don't have enough speed to hit the barriers.
Here. It will happen here.
Megatron! Bot, oh bot! It's about time!
Let's talk, Autobot.
But I like that they added that juggling. Now I think the game was originally on like a Nintendo Wii or something.
My destiny awaits below. As for you, I just engaged the security system. Good luck getting in, Prime.
Caltran 1. Analyze.
It's a ship of unknown origins, buried beneath the city.
How do I shut down the security system?
It appears there is a dual-layer security protocol in place. You'll first need to disable 3 sub-generators. Once disabled, the primary generator will be vulnerable.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
So I think what I'll do is I will end it here, because as you can see there's a little Autobot insignia here.
Uplink activated.
And it starts going through the stuff that you've unlocked. So I'll just skip all that. It shows you what you own, sort of thing, or what you've acquired. And this puts us back in the Ark, so we can actually choose a different warrior
Megatron.
to play as. we can choose different weapons, or we can synthesize a weapon. So that will be like, I'll scroll down further. Yeah, so if we take this level 4 hammer and that one, we can create a different hammer. So we'll just click yes for that. And now we have a new level 5 base hammer. Now down the bottom of this, it does indicate who it's restricted to. So Prime and Grimlock can use this one, whereas this one can be equipped by Prime, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Wheeljack or Grimlock. And the name really gives it away, Shockwave Blaster. It is the blaster from Shockwave, the original G1 toy. I believe my Bumblebee is also carrying a gun which is basically like Megatron, and you do get access to Starscream's null rays and other stuff, you know, lightning spread shots, fusion cannon, so that's like Megatron's cannon, missile launchers, is all sorts of stuff. So, you know, you're not restricted. You get to choose what you want to equip, what you don't want to equip. And you can order it by type, or order it by level. You know, whatever floats your boat. So I'll just go back. And there are other things in the game like tech. So they're like upgrades for your character. You can also develop them, so you know, you can pay credits to get better ones, and then this will show off what your status is for each character, plus what weapons they're carrying and what level those weapons are. So it's sort of like an action brawler mixed with an RPG. I will have characters that are virtually not upgraded at all because, you know, I haven't really got around to playing with them. Or I've prioritised who the game came with, or just wanting to finish it off as one particular character myself. So what I'll do is I'll leave it there for this. Oh, sorry. I suppose the last thing I should show is the lab. Now, the lab allows you to buy weapons and things like this. The auto repair kit. So if you die, an auto repair kit will repair you. It's basically like a continue. And you can upgrade your character's moves. So as you can see, I've already bought all of that stuff. So my characters are heavily modified already. And then you can sell stuff to get credits. Generally what I would suggest is that you sell off your weaker stuff. Only ever sell like your good high quality stuff if you're absolutely not going to use it. Otherwise you might end up stuck. So I will leave it there for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope to see you again next week, where we will pick up with either a game set character, or I might just swap it to a different character so that we get to see what other characters look like for a while. Actually I'll do that next week. I'll come in as Grimlock, just so that we can experience Grimlock for a while. and then we'll just continue from there. I don't believe that is the end of the first chapter of the game, or the first set of levels, but I'm a bit loath to make these videos last too long. You know, like I was basically forced into it with the previous games that those videos needed to be a certain length because of how long it took to get through those levels. But this game, I can quit out at checkpoints and then just come back later. So I might work on making some smaller videos so that they're not so hard to get through. And hopefully they'll be more entertaining for you. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.